What's up folks, my name is Felix, welcome back to another video where we are going to talk about the Baseswap DEX on the Base mainnet, because there was some development over the last 14 days since I made my initial video about this protocol. You can see that here I initially created this airdrop guide, and one day after that I created a video dedicated to Baseswap, and there's some exciting stuff right ahead. For example, they just had their pre-sale for their new farming token, and we also want to of course take a look at the Base mainnet, what's currently going on. To start this video off, we jump over to L2Beat and take a look what the Base network is doing, because it's basically the only network which is growing fast currently. As we can see, take a look at all the layer 2 solutions of Ethereum. The Base mainnet is growing the fastest with over 16% in the last 24 hours and a total value locked of 228 million US dollars. Even if the market is down, we saw red numbers over the last couple days. Bitcoin crashed, Ethereum crashed, and all the other altcoins crashed as well. But the Base network still holds its liquidity. Most of the people jump over to this network, take the farming opportunities, and use especially the Baseswap DEX. We can also see that if we compare the 15 biggest chains to each other, and the only network which has green numbers in the last 7 days here again is the Base network. And if we take a look on the Base network specifically, Baseswap, for example, had a one-day change of 30%. So 30% of fresh capital has been added to the DEX. You can also see that on the chart right here. We had that market dip, but now people are coming back using the DEX because it's safe. There's a great team behind it, and we have great farming opportunities. To talk a little bit about the pre-sale which happened yesterday, the Basex token, a new farming token, was released for the pre-sale. They had a hard cap of 400k and the pre-sale sold out within 4 minutes. Again, in those market conditions, everything was crashing, but people were confident that this is a solid product, a solid new token, and that's why they bought in, me as well, and got a chunk of these Basex tokens, which will be used for the farms on the Baseswap DEX. Currently, we are able to farm, for example, with the Baseswap token, which is the first token which will now only be used for the native pairs. For example, you're currently able to stake Baseswap tokens to earn USDC or also wrapped ETH for an APR of 40%. And if we take a look on those farms which are still live, there is an opportunity to stake the Baseswap token and wrapped ETH. I have to connect my wallet here in this case to take a look at the farms. And in those farms, we can currently get around 610% APR if we pair the Baseswap token and the ETH token. And again, there will be a new token which is called the Basex token, which we will then be able to pair, for example, with ETH, USDC, or maybe in the future also wrapped Bitcoin, and get those juicy APRs here in this case. The token chart of the Baseswap token looks very similar, for example, to the token which they released on their Arbitrum exchange, which was called ARX. They were both launched, or the pre-sale was both at 0.9 US dollars. Then they launched the token for 1 US dollar. And here on the Base mainnet, the token went in the peak up to 13 US dollars, and on the Arbitrum network, it was almost 20 US dollars. So between 17 and 20 US dollars. And that's also the potential I see with the new Basex token, which was in the pre-sale, that it gets at least to a 3 to 5x of launch price. So at least 3 to 5 US dollars, maybe even more. Completely depends on how much people want to take the opportunity, farm, and yeah, basically get those yields in those liquidity pools on the Base mainnet. For me, the Baseswap DEX is the safest one out there because they have a very great team behind it. The project is structured very well. It's also, again, a people's DEX because most of the rewards or most of the generated fees get returned to the stakers in the protocol. For example, they also launched their own NFT marketplace in between. And this has also a huge potential if we take a look on the top protocols. So here on the Base mainnet, for example, the top line, there is no top NFT marketplace yet. So no clear leader on the Base mainnet. And that's why the Baseswap team here in this case is one of the leaders, one of those who pushed already out a NFT marketplace, which also will generate fees which will also go back to the Baseswap as well as to the Basx token stakers in the future. So I can't say it often enough, incredible opportunities over here, especially in those farming pools on Baseswap. So you might want to check that out. I will of course link all the important links down in the description, also the link to their Discord, because the new token, the Basex token, will go live probably on Monday or on late Sunday, so Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, completely depends in which time zone you live. And then you can put the Basex token into those farming pools, maybe pair them with ETH, and there might also various other positions where you can use it. And the FOMO, at least from my perspective, will be great because many people lost out in the pre-sale. They didn't manage to get in because, as I said, it was sold out within 4 minutes. I planned, for example, to get in with more than one wallet. I just managed to get one wallet in because then it was sold out. So let's see how this token develops over the next couple days, weeks and months. I will of course keep you updated here on this channel how Baseswap and the whole Basex project will develop over time. The first time I talked, for example, about this project was down here on the 5th of August. I had almost the exact same timing with the Arbitrum exchange token, which went up to almost 20 US dollars. So yeah, you might want to watch out for the Basx token launch and all the opportunities on Baseswap. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section. If you like this update video, it would be great if you can hit the like button. And if you don't want to miss future videos, you also might want to subscribe. Thanks for watching and let's get this crypto.